Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you with a different type of video. I wanted to talk on the subject of bullying. I had posted a post on Instagram the other day, and I'll insert a picture of it somewhere here in reference to, what bullying is and, being against bullying. And the reason why I bring up this subject is because right now it's prevalent in my life. Not so much to me. I'm not being bullied right now, but Miss Peanut is. And so I want to discuss it. Um, but I will say I was a product or subject of bullying as a child. Not as old as Miss Peanut is now, but a lot younger. When I was in kindergarten, first grade, I was bullied at my school. I was one of few black children in this school, and so I was bullied due to the fact of the color of my skin. And it was hard. It was really, really hard. When I was in kindergarten, of course, they do the teasing of kindergarten baby and all this stuff. And, being in Minnesota and having snow all the way up to the doors, being pushed down in the snow and pulled and teased and hit and whatever. Yeah, I was a subject of bullying very early in my life. As time went on, then the mean girl situation came into play. I think about fifth and sixth grade for me, and so that was really hard to deal with. The girls of my school, fifth and sixth grade, we always were in the social worker's office trying to deal with being a girl, going through hormonal changes, and why is this set of girls mean against this set of girls who, go to school to get their work done, make good grades, blah, blah, blah type of deal. It was two different groups. One group was all about getting the grades and, doing what's right, which that was the group I was part of. Then the other group was just these girls who like to fight and push and pull and whatever, and didn't get good grades at all. Barely was passing. So, yes, I dealt with that. Well, now, Miss Peanut is dealing with the mean girl situation. It first started off with her best friend, and now it has trickled down to some other girls who, want to just name calling and stuff like that. And one of the staff members at the school, he's actually the dean, he said to me today, well, I knew that there was some stuff going on with the girls, but I was just going to let the girls work it out, girlfriends among girlfriends. And I had to tell him, this particular girl who is calling my child out of her name is not her friend, hasn't been her friend. The child's never been to my house. We've never been on a play date. So therefore, she is not a friend. If I'm coming to you and telling you there's an issue, you need to deal with it as the dean of this school. And if you cannot, then you need to let the principal know that, and let's move on. So, so anyway, the issue with the best friend, 1 minute they're all, bosom buddies, and then next minute she just kind of turned her back on Miss Peanut. Yeah, that's been going on for a few weeks now. And this particular week was no exception. And it had got to the point where boss man stepped in. He intervened, and apparently the girl was living a double life. She was going home and, Miss Peanut this, Miss Peanut that, we're all good and blah, blah, blah. But then at school, she was doing something totally different. And then come to find out, what she was doing was not of her family standard. So she got in trouble twofold. I guess she had to get the revelation, as we call it. So, and like I told my husband, I said, I'm not for, forcing a girl to be Peanut's friend. My thing is, if you're not going to be her friend, tell her so that she does not assume that, oh, well, she's just having a bad day or whatever. You know what I mean? Be honest with her. And that's the thing. Miss Peanut just wants you to be up front. So I don't know how that's really going to play out. I mean, ever since the little girl got the revelation, she been better, but, we'll see. They have some activities coming up outside of school, so we'll see how things transpire outside of school. Anyway, the little girl who's been taunting and teasing Peanut, she's been doing it for a few days now, And the other day I had to get out the car because Miss Peanut was upset and she wouldn't talk about it because she was so upset and she was trying to process it. And so when we talked, she told me, and I said, okay, I'm getting involved. This is a form of bullying. You learn what bullying is all about because of the policies that are in place at school. So she needs to be reprimanded, period. Now, so the school is involved. I have a paper trail in place, and yeah, they're taking care of it at this point. Now, when next week come and if there's still an issue, then we have to take it to another step further, because I will not tolerate this. So, with that being said, though, I know my child. I know that she prides herself on doing the right thing. She prides herself on not being part of drama. When kids are cussing, she go the opposite way. When kids are fighting, she don't stick around. She's like, oh, they doing something that's not right. They gonna get in trouble. I'm gone. Now that's not to say that she may not change, but so far so good. This is her standards. That's, she holds herself to a high regard, which I appreciate. So, but I also know that by her, being a standalone person, she is more so subjected to being bullied because she thinks she's all that. Oh, she's Miss Goody Goody Two Shoe. Now this is these kids and what they're thinking and whatever. And some parents, now I will be honest, some parents think this way about my child. But I'm sorry that my child is not no Freddy Krueger running around these streets. I'm just saying. I'm sorry that my child is not a part of the streets. That's not how we're raising her. We're raising her to, value her life, value her self-esteem, things of that nature. And I'm not going to let your little crumb snatcher break her spirit. And if I even remotely think that someone's trying to break her spirit, I'm going to intervene at all costs. So I do give Miss Peanut the resources to, take care of things. But if it gets to a point where she's like, Mom, I can't handle the situation, Mama's right there to step in, and Daddy too. So that's what it is. But I wanted to bring this up because, excuse me, a lot of kids suffer with being bullied at school. Especially a lot of teens and preteens, and then they go through depression. Then they contemplate suicide. Some are successful with their suicide. I don't want that for my child. So if I have to do what I have to do, then that's what it's going to be. And I pride myself in keeping her around good, decent people. And just like the mother that I spoke to yesterday, she told her daughter, if I don't know the mama or, the family, she said, no, you're not playing with them. And you know better. And Miss Peanut, same way. So, but that's us. That's Boss Land. That's what we do, But I did want to bring this subject up because, we've been dealing with it. We've been, going through it for 4 weeks now. And I'm tired of dealing with it. Now I kind of can see the colors of the rainbow. So I'm able to talk about it a lot more and not be so angry. Because, yes, I was angry when it first started, and I didn't know how to express it without being angered. Our village is still angered. Like I said, Boss Man don't like seeing me upset, or her. My mom, I involved my mom in the situation. My mom definitely don't want to hear about me crying or Miss Peanut, or even her sister, because baby girl's like, I can go up to the school, Mom, if you want me to. I'm like, girl, you can't go up to the school now, even though she is short enough, she can fit in with them 8th graders but no, we're not doing that. That's not what we do, and I don't want y'all to think, oh, Lord, Boss Lady get down like that. No, Boss Lady don't get down like that. But her sister was ready to, avenge her if she had to. So, but going forward, I think, things are going to turn around. She did meet a new friend, new person. I know the mom. We've been kind of chatting off and on since about April, I think, end of March. So, and she's a pretty decent woman, she invited us to a play. So we took in a play this week and the girls really liked it. And even the teacher, I told the teacher about it, so even the teacher was excited, and she's actually set the girls together, and both girls are very like mild mannered, very calm spirits, and they sit there, they get their work done. They're both asthmatic, so they both go to the office at the same time, so sometimes, I hate to say it, but sometimes you have to build your friendship off of things you got in common. So one thing they have in common is asthma. One thing they have in common, they got mama bear mamas. Another thing they got in common, we not going to have you up in that school, acting a monkey face. So they have a lot of things in common. They just didn't know this. And the little girl, she doesn't treat her differently because of the color of her skin or the length of her hair, things like that, where other kids are doing that. Why are you so fair skinned, or why are you got all that long hair? Really? We're supposed to be in school learning about math and science. Why are you asking her about her hair? The little girl, she doesn't pet her like some other kids was doing, like if she had her hair down. Oh, why you got all this hair? It's so pretty. Really? Keep your hands to yourself. So, which was, a pet peeve of mine. But it was really nice. They enjoyed the play. The play actually talked about friendships, which was cool. And the folks in the play, it was a pig and an elephant. So a pig and an elephant being friends, having differences, but still being friends, really cool. And this morning when they saw each other, they gave each other a hug. I thought that was so nice. Because, Miss Peanut has been feeling very alone. And I don't want that for her. I don't want her playing by herself. I don't want her just, being so isolated. So I'm working with the teacher at this point, and the teacher is working with the school counselor, who is going to start doing some friendship groups at the school. And she's going to start with our class first, getting the girls to know each other, getting the girls to interact with each other, and maybe find some common things with each other. And I think that's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be great. So I had spoke to the principal about it. He's on board with it. The teacher's on board with it, the counselor's on board with it. So I think that's going to be a great opportunity for Miss Peanut to build on, the brand new friendship she just started, and possibly make new friends as well. So yeah. So that's what I want to talk about today, guys. Just know that, we've been dealing with some things, I hate to say it, but the devil's been busy. But then, like I told another friend of mine, don't give the devil that much credit. Sometimes when things happen in life, that's God's way of getting our attention. Basically kind of opening our eyes to, maybe this is not your true best friend. Maybe this is not the person you want in your circle. So, I appreciate that eye opener, for myself and for my child. And I'm just praying that, her self-esteem has not been damaged to the point of no return, and that we can rebuild it, and her confidence and her self-awareness, so that she can be more productive in her 4th grade year of life. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see everybody in a new video. Bye-bye.